Hello, my fellow ghouls and ghoulettes, and welcome to Monster Planet, where I talk about a monster's brief history, how it affected our modern world today, and how media portrays the monster. I'm your host, Nicholas Reed, and today's monster is on the diminutive side. The monster of the day is one of the smaller ones mentioned here on Monster Planet. It is the Alp-dwelling reptilian, the Tatzelwurm. One of the first stories is that of Heinrich von Winkelried, a convicted criminal during the 14th century who fought off a Tatzelwurm terrorizing the village of Unterwalden on Mount Pilatus. He slew it in exchange for his freedom, but after killing the beast, raised his sword up high and allowed a single drop of blood to touch him, which it is said killed him instantly. But the Tatzelwurm isn't just confined to Switzerland. It's popped up in Germany, Italy, and Austria. Some consider this creature the Alps equivalent of the Loch Ness Monster, or Bigfoot, as to this day people claim to have seen the beast. The Tatzelwurm enthralled people for centuries, which has kept the legend alive, but unfortunately, outside of the Alps, it hasn't influenced much aside from wild stories and many hoax sightings. Just like a modern-day cryptid like Bigfoot or the Mothman, which honestly is quite disappointing. This creature is really interesting. The Tatzelwurm appears in precious few forms of media. It appears as an enemy in 2018's God of War, where it keeps some of its defining characteristics, like the serpentine body and scales, but it gains massive fangs and a face that resembles a saber-toothed tiger rather than a domestic house cat. It also appears in a play called Der Tatzelwurm, which depicts the small beast as a small serpent that grants wishes. Most media keep the important details about the creature, but take some creative license with other details because there's not really a universally accepted depiction of the Tatzelwurm. That's all the time I had for you, ghoul and ghoulettes. I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember, I wouldn't recommend wandering the Swiss Alps alone.